Good morning, quick scent mail day. I got a couple things yesterday, one of which was a bit of a no-buy break, but it was small. It was a couple of samples, 5 ml samples. And the other is something I ordered before January, but took a little while because they were back ordered, and that's the sensual fragrances that are so popular right now. I got caramel vanilla and vanilla latte, and couldn't help myself. I sprayed a couple of them on last night before I went to bed, and caramel vanilla is definitely stronger than vanilla latte. That caramel note lasts all night long, and it is very much a warm caramel, a caramel that has been poured on something hot, like a baked good, or that is baked into brownies. It's not a cool caramel like you'd find on the outside of a caramel apple, but I would like to give them both another shot on another day, because I'd like to layer them. I'd like to see if I can coax the vanilla latte to come out a little more. I understand from hearing some other creators that this is a good Bianco Latte dupe. I've never smelled Bianco Latte, so that sounds fantastic to me, to get a nice, inexpensive Bianco Latte-esque fragrance. Like I said, it was, in comparison, it was a lot softer and less strong than the caramel vanilla. So both fantastic, both great gourmands. I loved the smell of them. I'm just going to fiddle a little bit with them to see if I can increase the longevity. The other thing I got in scent mail were 3 Max Aroma 5 ml sprays. And what I looked for is, I've been wanting to smell, sorry, my French needs practice, Saint Honoré by Stephanie de Brun for a long time, so I have that one. I also have 2 from Blackcliff. A couple of folks I watched went to Scent Explore and were very impressed with the Blackcliff display. I'll put some pictures on the screen of what the bottles look like. They're really interesting, and assuming I want to invest in it and I like these scents, I'd love to have one of these bottles on my shelf, because they're just stunning and interesting. So I've got Mr. Pink and Sexy Eyes, and I'm going to start today with Sexy Eyes because it has a really interesting description online, and it's the scent of a cotton dress hanging on a line on a sunny day. And the other thing that drew me to Sexy Eyes was that it has something I've been looking for recently, which are more forest-related scents. It's got some oak in it and some juniper, and I definitely was looking for things that made me feel like I was outside camping. It's been a few years since I've really been able to explore outside. I used to live in California, and we went on hikes and camped all the time. Since I've moved to Illinois, I haven't had the opportunity to do that as much, plus there was COVID and the whole mess with all of that. So I'm looking forward to getting back into it, and I'm taking a little scent trip by looking for the right pine, balsam, fir scented fragrance. So I've pulled this out of the box. One of the things I do, just as a little tip, is I pull off these labels and I put it on the sprayer, because I don't like to keep a bunch of boxes in my cabinet. It takes up a lot of space. The other thing that's kind of cool is these are all refillable. So if you have the Blackcliff scent, or if you're really good at cleaning them out, once you use this 5 ml sprayer, you have another one to use. They all come in this. Unless you buy a bundle, you may get a couple of the glass ones. So I actually have a significant number of these. I wish they would start selling them in the glass bottles more frequently. I guess that's probably not as safe to ship, but I've certainly got enough pocket-sized 5 ml containers from Max Aroma. Love them, but I've probably gotten to my max of needing them. So let's give this a smell. I pretty much test all my testers on skin. Could call it the kamikaze way of doing it. I don't usually spray it on paper first, just because I like to really get the 3 sets of notes, and if it all dries away at first on a piece of paper, sometimes you only get the top notes. But what Black Cliff Sexy Eyes starts out as, that's really nice. It actually reminds me of, if it is a cotton dress hanging on a line in the sunlight, it is in the sunlight near the sea, because it seems to me to have a bit of an aquatic note to it. Let's see. I'm getting kind of the pine. It's clean. I think that's where the marketers got the idea of a cotton dress. And that is a scent that I can't necessarily place, because I don't usually smell just the cotton of my fabrics very often. But what they've done is they've blended something together that really can evoke that scent. It's really pretty. There's a slight tinge of floral, but not a lot. It's very subtle. It's it's meeting what I was looking for. It's very outdoorsy. It's not quite forest-like. It's more, like I said, a cliff, close to a beach, close to the water. I sort of am feeling like the wind blowing through the air and bringing sort of the fresh sense of the ocean, rolling across. I know one of the things that was that my husband used to joke about when I worked in Hawaii for a while was every time a storm would come in, he's like, "Oh, I think it's rolling in from the Pacific." Of course, the whole island's in the Pacific, but that's the kind of history that I'm getting with it, because there's always new air blowing right across an island, and it's, unless something has happened on the island that has created a scent, like you're near a bakery or something, you're always smelling this fresh, clean air with a little bit of floral, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of, just kind of woodsy sense of air blowing through leaves. Sexy Eyes by Black Cliff. I like it.